Selamlar herkese. Satış Bey'in kanalına hepiniz hoş geldiniz. Bugün sizlerle beraber Tangle Tower oyununa devam ediyoruz. Yarım kalan iş. İkinci kısmı da bitirdik oyunda. Çok güzel bir oyun. Çok uzun ve çok ayrıntılı ve çok hoş. Biz hepinizi çok seviyoruz. Siz bizi seviyor musunuz? Devam edelim. Çok heyecanlı. Şimdi ne yapacağız? Fitz ile... Fitz değil, sen değildin. Yanlış gittim, Felix o. Dur, yanlış oldu. Git buradan. Fitz. Neyi konuşacağız Fitz? Çarkı mı?
Me neither.
Çarkı şeyde deneyecektik.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said me too.
Wait.
Kulaklı. Evet, kulak tıkaçlarını
They
soracağız.
went missing about a week ago.
What do you need earmuffs for?
I use them for gardening sometimes.
Why?
Sometimes mı?
You don't own a chainsaw, do you?
Sometimes değil.
No.
Hep görüyoruz
I
dediler.
wear them while I'm gardening and it stops people from trying to talk to me.
That's genius.
Taksiyi orada bulduk.
This is a good example of how things work. I mix that soil here in the greenhouse. It's made with water from the lake.
Ama bunu şeyin
And it makes the
odasında
fruit
bulmadık mı?
grow
Orada
all
mı? Orada bulduk.
shiny and gemstony.
Sometimes you never really know what's going to happen.
And what do you do with this shiny and edible fruit?
You look at it.
Aa, çok iyi, çok iyi.
I've seen beetles with brightly colored shells, metallic shells even. They're relatively common, especially around here. There's a difference between that and actual gold.
It can't be actual gold. Gold is just inside the earth or whatever. You can't make it. It's called alchemy. It was a whole thing.
Hala Fitz'le konuşmalıyız.
You ever seen this before, Fitz?
No, but I don't normally go into Fifi's room.
That's not where we found it.
Oh, I just thought it looks like it belongs to her. A flower.
Yeah, that's a flower. We found it in Penny's room.
Okay.
Mean anything to you?
Why would it?
Come on.
I don't really go into Penny's room or anywhere in Pointer Tower. I just don't have a reason to.
Nasıl yok? Sevgili değiller mi? Ben mi yanlış hatırlıyorum Fitz'le? Penny. Nasıl sebebin yok?
How odd.
We found these up in the rooftop garden. Do you know how long they've been there?
No, could have been a long time. We don't ever really clear up the rooftop garden.
Why not?
Nature is unruly. In truth, it prefers to be left alone.
Poppy'nin resmini sorayım, okey.
Any idea who this is?
No idea.
Ama cevap vermiyorlar ki bize ya.
It's an egg with feet.
It was locked, but we opened it, but it was empty.
Fun story.
Hala konuş diyor mu acaba? Müziği dinleteceğiz. Dur. Yengeç, ha. Geçiriyor mu ruhunu harekete şu an acaba? Ya şu müzik beni çok geriyor ya. Bunu nasıl şey yapacağız?
Yeah, it's mine.
Bunu bizim için
Can you play
çalabilir
the tune
misin?
for us?
Sure. It's literally 8 notes. I have it memorized.
Evet, evet, evet. Bu kadar
Yeah,
mı?
it's mine.
What's so special about it?
I got it from my teacher. It's the first piece I ever learned.
How long have you been playing?
Since the day I turned 6. Family tradition. I was really excited to start learning. As soon as I got out of my first lesson, I told Freya and Fifi all about it. When I arrived at my second lesson the next day, Freya was there too. She hadn't asked permission, just showed up. For 2 whole years, the teacher taught us both.
Was Freya any
Ah
good?
be.
She would have been even better than me if she'd stuck with it. But one day, she just
Bakacağım mürekkebe.
stopped coming to lessons.
Why?
That's just it. There was no reason. That's when I realized things were different for her.
Hah, şimdi kendi kendine oldu. Tamam, ilk şeyi bulduk. Böyle gidip müzik çaldırtıp. Tamam. Piyano şekli var. Tamam. Okey, bu şekilde yapacağız demek ki. Gölün kenarı dediğin burası mı?
I'm still not sure.
Should we take another look?
Tamam, burada piyano var zaten.
Let's
dur.
come back.
Dur, orada şey
I'm
çıkmıştı.
still not
Should we take another look?
Ha, bu bunun tamam.
Let's
Gölün kenarı dediği
come
yer
back.
neresi? Göl neresi? Sen mi? Sen. Göl kenarı.
That's a big thing.
Yeah. Water with poison in it. The ground's moist. Often it
I
rains.
cannot believe how exciting.
What?
Wind chimes, silent, wooden wind chimes.
Gölün kenarı diyor ama göl kenarı. Bak. Gölün kenarında melodi gibi bir ses duyduk mu? Göl kenarındayız işte.
What?
Wind chimes, silent, wooden wind chimes.
Hah, kuş. Okey, kuş sesleriymiş. Kuş sesleri. Ana girişte. Ay, ana giriş bu mu? Üst mü? Üst. Ha, burası. Neden harf heykelinden anlayacağım? Ah, sonuncuyu anla.
Should we take another look?
Bu da çok belli kim olduğu bence bir yerde.
Let's come
Aynı
back.
şey ki zaten. Aynısı, bir farkı yok ki. Neden şaşırdım? Beğenmene çok sevindim Arda. Aynı resim yani, bir şey değişmiyor. Hayır, böyleydi zaten. Başından beri böyle bu görseller. İlk videolara da bakabilirsin. İlk zamandan beri bu görseller var bu sırayla. Nasıl biri olarak izlenim almıştın? Nasıl biri çıktım sence? Yani vlogdan nereye varmış olabilirsin, onu anlamadım. Fifi mi demişti? Dur, Penny var başlığından beri. Heykelde sol sağ değiştiriyordum ama zaten onlar vardı başından beri. Yani fix bu görsellerle zaten geldi bize.
Is that for sewing?
Maybe?
We have no idea.
Bunu göstermemişiz.
Very nice.
You've seen these before?
Yes.
All of them. Even this one of...
Yes.
Sinirlendi. Yok, sadece Twitch yayıncısı değilim. Bütün sosyal medya hesaplarım da aktifim. YouTube için de bir bilgilendirme olsun. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, Discord, YouTube hepsinde varım. Sadece Twitch yayını yapmıyorum yani. Çok sevindim gezmeni. Umarım beğenmişsiniz. Televizyonda çıkıyorum.
Yes, it's my my flower.
You don't like it?
I'm no good at caring for plants. I forget to water them.
Hiç
The
sorun
birds are
değil
much
Arda'cığım, hiç sorun
easier.
değil.
They're a lot more vocal when they get thirsty.
Do you at least
Beğenmene
like the
sevindim.
look of
Umarım
the flower?
beğenmişsindir.
The look?
The colors? The shape of it? Between you and me,
I think it's a little vulgar.
Benim psikopozumu düzeltir misin? Seve seve düzeltirim.
I must say the girls are awfully well behaved today. I think they know we're in the presence of company.
Allah Allah.
They
Beğenmene
belong to you.
sevindim.
why do you keep them in a cage?
They need a special diet, particular treatment. I let them
Ama
out
ne
to
oldu,
fly
toksik
occasionally,
yapıyorsun.
of course. But
En
what
sevdiğim.
kind? I couldn't let anything happen to them.
Do they have names?
Of course. Let me introduce you to Tabitha, Tamara,
Tamara
and
and
Tatiana.
Tatiana.
I've already forgotten all three of those names.
Which one is which?
Oh, that's simple. Tatiana is the oldest. Tabitha is the most patient, and Tamara has the best sense
Tien,
of rhythm.
Tamara diye ikizler vardı
Glad we
eskiden
cleared that
Discord şeyinde.
What about the one on your head?
On my head.
Tamam, at bakalım.
He's just my hat. He doesn't have a name. Who would name their hat? Ooh, delightful. More of a gemstone than a fruit, isn't it?
Inedible, too, I think.
Yes. At one point, I thought Fitz might be growing them to sell them. But honestly, I think he just likes the way they look.
Neyi soralım şimdi? Ya çok tatlı. Tatlış dostlara atsana. Çok şirin. Yani... Aynı yorum yapacak mı bakalım o da?
Lovely.
Aa, hiç demedi. Bitsin bu falan.
There's something about those petals we found in Penny's room.
Ha.
Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
Hadi soralım. En sevdiğim. Şüphe.
So, yeah, we found this.
Oh, that's nothing.
You wrote, "Now I'll get her," on a piece of paper and hid it in your room. That's not nothing.
Actually, it's not the message I wanted to ask about. It's those red flower
Gül.
petals.
The petals.
Kırmızı güllerin yaprakları diyoruz tabii ki de. Sahteler.
They're from red roses. And there's only one place in Tangle Tower with red roses.
We need a clue. Something that shows the roses and who they belong to.
Hemen sizin için yapalım bunu.
It's a drawing of Fitz and Poppy in the rooftop garden. See what Fitz is holding?
I can't imagine
Biz başta
what
yanlış
they'll
mı anladık?
get it.
Penny ile Fitz
doesn't
sevgili
matter.
değil mi? Öyle anlatmadı mı? Felix mi dedi acaba? Biz mi yanlış şey yaptık? Ya. Versin olsun. Ama bir daha geri döndürürler mi o soruya kısmını bilmediğim için riske almıyorum. Ben de Fitz ile
I
sevgili
couldn't
diye
have
biliyorum.
taken anything from the rooftop garden. It's only accessible from Fitz's room or Poppy's room. How could I have taken something from a garden to which I have no access?
Is it really only accessible from those two bedrooms?
For
Ortada
most
bir yer
people,
daha
it
var.
would be. But don't forget, Penny's the resident ornithologist.
Aa, kuşlarıyla
My
gitti
dears.
çaldırdı.
What are you accusing me of?
Değil mi? Nişanım demişti. Ben de öyle hatırlıyorum. Aa, Poppy ve Fitz.
Poppy and Fitz was used to spy on one of Penny's birds
Tam
and
tersi, tam
steal
tersi.
evidence from them.
Tam tersi yanlış
Nope.
yapmışım. İngilizceyi düşündüm. Tuturdum. Değiş.
One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz and steal evidence from them. We know those two have been spending time together in the rooftop garden. I'm guessing you got paranoid. Wanted to know what they were up to.
I'm just not the jealous type. I would never suspect Fitz of anything like that. Besides, Tabitha hardly ever leaves her cage. She's certainly never flown up to the rooftop garden.
Biz de o demedik ki.
We need a clue to compare with Penny's birds. Something to prove one of them has been in the rooftop garden.
Hemen onu da verelim. Hemen onu da verelim.
Let's take a closer look at these. This yellow feather was left behind by Penny's yellow bird when it visited the rooftop garden.
İşte bu ya, işte bu.
I can't stand it! Knowing the two of them are hidden
Ya.
away up there in their private little garden. I couldn't risk spying on them myself, so I asked dear Tabitha to do it for me. I knew she'd be able to bring me back some evidence.
Sorry, Penny, but are you not overreacting a little?
You don't understand.
Aa,
Fitz is slipping away from me.
bu senin
So
ama böyle bir şey
quiet with me
yapmanı
these
haklı
days.
çıkarmıyor.
Being with Poppy
Konuşabilirsin.
seems to bring him out of his shell. I don't know what he sees in her miserable little...
Seni haklı
I
çıkarmadı bu
apologize.
yaptıklarını.
This really isn't your burden to bear.
Ben değil, onlardan özür dile, mahremiyetlerini ihlal etmişsin. Ayıp, ayıp.
It's an illustrated book
It's been
about,
left open,
or it was left open.
ever so slightly unnerving.
Okay. Şansı başkasına onun yaptığı da ayıp. Ama bunu takıntı haline getirip kuş yollayıp yani direkt ayrılabilir, onunla konuşabilir. Rahatsız edici, özel durumları ihlal edecek şeylere girmeye de
I
gerek
do
yok.
not recognize it. And besides, I would have no use for such a thing. Perhaps it could be used to hang wet laundry?
Was that a joke?
Yes.
Yes, hiç anlamıyorum ben.
Who
Bu ne
is
ya?
that in the photo?
I'm quite sure that I have no idea.
Yalan söyleme. Yalan söylüyor ya. Yani
Penelope's 3 favorite birds. She's very protective over them.
Are they like her pets? Do they have names?
Oh, they have names. Penelope loves to name things.
Do you remember what she named them?
I do not.
Neyi konuşacağız Fitz'le?
What do you think that is in Flora's hand?
I don't know. It does look like a knife, but Flora wasn't holding anything at all when I saw her after the murder. But there's something bothering me. Something else.
What?
When we went into Flora's room, she wasn't standing in this position.
Well, she probably would have moved around a little bit by then.
She wasn't standing at all. She was kneeling on the floor.
Bak şimdi. Aa. Bu olabilir mi son şey? Dinlendirici ya. Bak.
It's piano music.
Tamam, bunu okeyiz. Ben yengeç olarak şu şey diye düşünmüştüm. Ne vardı gerçi üstünde onun sonuncusunun? Dudak. Dudaksa Penny ile ilgili bir şey olmalı diye düşünüyorum ben, ama Penny'nin kendi adası burada. Nerelerden gittiniz be? Kuş sesi
No,
ama kuş
the
sesi
birds
yaptı.
keep-
Oh, if that's true. Can they...
Hoş geldin Azra'cığım. Nasılsın? İyi misin? Ne yapıyorsun? Felix bu muydu ya? Kimdi Felix? Yanlış kişiyle mi konuşuyoruz sabahtan beri? Evet, yanlış kişiyle konuşuyoruz sabahtan beri.
What is it?
We don't know. We were really
Oo,
hoping...
süper. Eğlenmişsindir umarım.
My friends, shed your hope and let it fall free like sandbags from a hot air balloon.
That's the most depressing idiom I've ever heard.
What's this all about?
Oh,
Some kind
güzel.
of rare jewel?
Sevindim Azra'cığım.
I'm pretty sure the research is about a real insect.
If it's made of gold, then it's made of gold. What's this?
It's my case file. It's how I know what I'm supposed to be doing.
You mean to say you're bound by the limits of what's written in this little document? Sounds dreadful.
I found it comforting. The statue was up in the rooftop garden.
Yes, it's been there a while. You can see the brass is slightly tarnished by the elements, but it's not too bad. Might be salvageable.
Neyini konuştuk şimdi? Tam Flor'un kulesine girdik.
Half the room is a
I don't know if you can.
It's a sudden absence of.
Diye
This is a
konuşmuyor
photo
ya.
of Fifi, isn't it? Your daughter?
İyi seyirler. Görüşürüz. Kendine çok iyi bak Azra'cığım. Bay bay. Dudak göz de olabilir ama.
There it is. The
So-
looks that way.
Bunlardan ikisinden biri de olabilir diye düşündüm de. Gerici bu ya.
The attic's directly above us, right?
Yeah.
Burada melodi yok ki.
The whole room is a strange.
Yeah, there might be a reason for that. A bunch of old books covered in dust now, but they look well.
Burada müzik çalabilecek tek şey bu. Çok gerici bu ya. Ama hiçbiri değil. Hah,
It's piano music.
sonunda. Yo. Ay yine yengeç. Tamam. Allah Allah. Burada başka müzik dinleyebileceğimiz bir yer yok ki. Aa bak kayboldu o şey. Hoş geldin Niko. İyi teşekkür ederim. Sen nasılsın? Ne yapıyorsun?
This belongs to Poppy. In fact, she owns a number of cassette tapes.
What happened to it?
Ne
now?
oldu? Evet.
It has been left underwater for an extended period of time.
Right. But why?
I do not know why. This belongs to Professor Pointer, does it not?
Uyku
No.
bekle. Kolay gelsin,
Think
kolay
so.
gelsin. Uykun
Who
gelir
else
belki.
would own
Tatlı,
such a
huzurlu bir oyun
pointless
aslında
little
görüntüde.
telescope?
It's a telescope.
Oh yes, it has a telescopic lens. It can only be used for looking at things that are far away.
Bir de Felix ile diyor değil mi yine?
Oh dear.
Do you know who this is?
Not a clue. It's unlike her to leave paint on the brush.
I think we'll give her a pass, given the circumstances.
Ayıp.
Yes, so we shall. Flora's quite fond of that old thing. It's in poor shape, though.
Do you know what happened to it?
Can't say I do.
Sen de hiçbir şey söylemiyorsun ha.
I've never seen that before. Looks valuable. That looks like it might belong to Poppy. That looks like it might belong to Poppy. Now this is still in very good condition. Apart from the crack, of course.
What about those shards on the inside of the horn?
Looks like somebody broke a glass and was trying to conceal the evidence. Cunning. That's one of Freya's paintings, is it not? It's impressive, but a little miserable for my tastes. I've never been one
Yani-
for music. Why not ask
Sorabileceğim her şeyi
Poppy
sorayım bari.
instead? That looks like it might belong to Fitz.
Bunlarla da hiç alakası olduğunu
Does Flora
sanmıyorum ya.
normally keep something in
Ha,
here?
böyle yapabiliriz.
She must do, but I admit I've never managed to work out what.
Why not just ask her?
I feel like if somebody keeps something locked away in a ceramic egg, it's because they don't want to be asked about it.
Ama biz
Rules to live
dedektifiz.
by.
Hala ne konuşacağız?
Bizarre things, aren't they? Penelope seems rather attached to them.
Do you not feel sorry for them in that little cage?
Come now, I'm sure they could leave if they really wanted to. Is that a clue? Really?
It might be.
Why would someone lock up a book like that?
We think it's a secret diary.
Aha! Teenagers are funny, aren't they? Freya was quite the talent. She had a way of capturing the spirits of her subjects. Not in an evil way, in a good way.
Başka hiçbir şey kalmadı. Ne konuşacağımızı anlamadım kendisiyle. Bak Florin Kulesi'nden bir melodi sesi mi duyduk? Yok yok.
The whole room is a
Yeah,
street.
there might be a reason for that.
The outline of there's a single patch, no real sign.
That's weird.
What?
Her feet were right up by the canvas,
So?
so she was probably standing really close to
Let's check the case file again.
Allah Allah.
That looks like it might belong to Poppy. Poppy's piano music. I remember when she started learning. She's improved a lot since then.
Yeah, that's generally how it works.
Right. Of course.
Allah Allah.
What's with the broken glass? Looks like someone doesn't want you to read that
Aa,
book.
çok acayip.
That's the main thing making me want to read it.
Böyle
She was always
Ha,
kind.
böyle de yapabiliyoruz.
She'd come into the greenhouse when I was working. Sometimes by herself, sometimes with Poppy. I think they were just bored at first. Eventually, they started asking questions.
About what?
Poppy wanted to learn about flowers. Freya, she used to ask me about the insects.
Insects.
One of my jobs is to protect plants from things that might eat them. Freya brought me this little glass box, leaves and twigs inside. She'd say, put all the troublemakers in there. Every day I'd put a handful of beetles and other things in the box. Then she'd come along and take it away. I didn't really understand her, but she was always kind. Penelope is my fiancée.
Don't
Tamam,
take
doğru
this the wrong way,
hatırlıyormuşuz.
but Penny doesn't really strike me as your type.
She's not who she pretends to be. People think she's, well, they make assumptions.
And how's the relationship doing recently?
Good. It's good.
Have you met this guy, Fitz? Shifty eyes, doesn't say a lot. Totally suspicious, if you ask me.
That's me.
Yeah, it was a joke. I
Çok
was
iyi.
joking.
Oh, I see. Poppy and I are friends.
Oh, I can
Uh-huh.
do that. Dark clothes, blue hair.
Mor değil mi
Average
ya?
of 3 words per sentence. Oh, you like 2 peas in a pod.
She's very kind, and she has an interest in plants. Unusual flowers, mostly. I've been teaching her.
Right.
Is something wrong?
Yani gel bakayım buraya. Fitz'le hala konuşmalıyız. Neyi konuşacağız artık Fitz'le?
I like Flora. I hope she's all right.
Do you think she had anything to do with the murder?
There's no way. She wouldn't willingly cause any additional suffering for anyone. Felix is a contradiction. His loyalties are
hiçbir
placed
fikriniz
firmly
yok mu
within
ya?
the realm of materialism, money, property. But his ego relies on an entirely fraudulent self-image, don't you think?
I was just about to say the same thing.
Fifi doesn't like me.
What did you do?
I'm not sure. If you find out, maybe you can let me know.
I imagine you don't visit the astronomy tower too often, do you?
No, but I still see Pointer, sometimes. He's always curious about what I'm growing in the greenhouse. Asks me about the birds, too, and insects. He's pretty clued up on his evolutionary biology.
I didn't think there was much overlap between astronomy and biology.
She questioned me.
About what?
My work, the plants, bit of
Evet
everything.
evet.
Did she search the
Hoş geldin
greenhouse?
Rüzgar.
No,
Teşekkürler.
she
Nasılsın? İyi
didn't.
misin? Ne
You
yapıyorsun?
sure? Maybe she did it when you weren't in there.
No, she hasn't touched it.
Allah Allah. Neden
How can you
dokunmadı?
tell?
Trust me. I can tell.
Allah Allah. Bu da bir acayip bir durum. Yani sorduk.
There's
Huh.
something about Hawkshaw's handheld microscope.
Geçmiş olsun, ne oldu? Grip mi oldun? İyiyim ben, teşekkür ederim.
Suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
This little microscope thing, you said you used it to search the greenhouse.
And this would make perfect sense if you knew what my client had asked me to find. Of course, I still have no
Çok
intention of
geçmiş olsun
disclosing
Rüzgar.
that
Umarım iyi
information.
olursun yakın
You're
zamanda.
such
Dinlen
a
bol bol.
tease, Hawkshaw. Don't worry, we already worked out what you're searching for.
Şu mu diyeceğiz? Buruşuk kağıt mı? Yoksa altın böcek mi? Hoş geldin Biggie. Teşekkürler. Fotoğraflar derken Freya'nın çizimleri mi? O fotoğraflar mı? Deneyelim.
That's not right.
İlk kez doğru bilmedik.
You're not as hopeless as you look.
Thanks.
So, that's what you were looking for in the greenhouse? This beetle?
Surely even you can understand the logic of it. The greenhouse is home to a great many insects. The gardener could have easily kept the beetle hidden in there.
Well, Fitz said you questioned him, but didn't actually search the greenhouse.
He is not exactly the type to appreciate subtlety.
Neler
He
yaptın
simply
Biggie
didn't
görüşmediğimiz
notice that I
sırada?
was using my microscope.
What do you reckon, Grimoire?
I know for a fact she didn't use the microscope in the greenhouse.
Aa, ne diyeceğiz? Aslında bir mikroskop değil mi? Hawkshaw onu nasıl kullanacağımı bilmiyorum, yoksa o bozuk ve çalışmıyor mu? İyi yapmışsın, iyi yapmışsın. Güzel geçmiştir umarım. Ne diyelim? Bam baram baram baram baram baram. Bakalım.
It's not a microscope at all.
All of a sudden, Detective Grimoire is
Doğru
some kind
gerçi,
of
teleskop.
expert on microscopes.
El mikroskobu Fifi'ye göre bir büyüteç, yani
The
aşağı
handheld
yalan
microscope,
söyledi.
according to Fifi, uses a magnifying glass, so Hawkshaw lied about it.
Aa, ne iş? Yarın
Almost.
işin mi var?
Maybe just change. The handheld
değil.
microscope, according to Fifi, uses a magnifying glass, so Fifi stole it. Nope. The handheld microscope, according to
Teleskopik
Fifi,
lens koy büyüteç
uses
yerine,
a
tamam.
fake glass lens, so Hawkshaw lied about it. Almost. Maybe. The handheld microscope, according
Vers.
to Fifi,
Evet memurum, ha
uses
doğru
a
doğru
telescopic
söylemiştin.
lens, so Hawkshaw
Kolay gelsin
lied
şimdi.
about it.
Nasıl geçecek gün?
I'm inclined to
Uyumadan.
believe Fifi when it comes to stuff like this.
Yani.
Hawkshaw, why did you lie about owning a telescope?
When you were a child, what did you aspire to become?
A detective? Naturally.
Emperor of the Galaxy?
I wanted to be an astronomer.
Really?
I harbored a desire to understand the secrets of the wider universe.
Ha.
A fool's errand, to be sure. But a seductive
Serviste
one.
uyuyacaksın.
At
Mantıklı
15, I
mantıklı
decided
olabilir.
instead to apply
Kolay
my
gelsin
intelligence to
şimdiden.
the world around me. And so, I became a detective. But the yearning for elusive knowledge is a powerful force. I tried to keep it with me.
Sorry, but we're way off track. What's the deal with the little telescope?
A memento from my childhood.
Ha.
Little more than a toy.
Why did you bring it with you?
When I discovered that it was Professor Pointer who had hired me, I dared to consider it something of a
Doğru
planetary
tahmin.
alignment. I had hoped he might sign my telescope. An extremely
Ah
childish
be
indulgence.
tatlış.
I never would have guessed.
Hold on. You're admitting you didn't use it in the greenhouse then?
Correct. As it happens, I have no need to search the greenhouse to
Çünkü
such a
arayacağım
degree.
şey benim
Professor
araştırmam
Pointer
istediğim
doesn't
şey.
consider the gardener a suspect in our theft investigation.
So, who is your suspect?
Things have become complicated. My lead suspect is your murder victim.
Ah, doğru tahmin. Şaşıracak bir şey yoktu. Sadece tepki vermek istedim. Ya Fifi'yi de daha ne konuşacağız artık? Fifi salabilir miyiz Fifi'yi ya? Gel buraya.
Name Fitzfellow. Age 24.
24 mü?
Profession crypto botanist. Likes
Yaşım
soil,
ah.
dislikes
Huyu huyum
electric
ah.
lights.
Hang on. Cryptobotanist? I thought he was just a gardener.
That may well be his preferred label.
Aynen
Mine,
aynen öyle bir
however,
şey
is more
söyle.
accurate.
Bununla ilgili bir şey anlatacağım 2 saniye. Geçen gün arkadaşımla bir şey konuşuyoruz. Daha önceden bildiğim bir şey söyledi. Ama hani o kadar alışmışım ki tepki vermeye şey oldum böyle. Aa öyle mi? Çok sevindim senin adına. Teşekkür ederim. Hayır edildim. Zaten bunu sana söyledim. Biz bu konuştuk. Neye şaşırıyoruz? Dedim özür dilerim meslek hastalığı oldu artık. Geçen de mesela hazırlanıyorum arkadaşım evde. Bir şeyler izliyorum. Kendi kendime konuşuyorum sürekli. İşte onu öyle yapma, şöyle yap, ay bu böyle mi yapılır falan dizi izliyorum. Bir arada yayını çok fazla izliyorduk, tam o döneme denk geldi. Dedim rahatsız olmuyorsun, ben kendi kendime konuşmaya çok alıştım çünkü tepki vermeye bir şeyleri. Aynen öyle, tepki vermek gerekiyor yani ister istemez.
Do you and Fitz not see eye to eye, Fifi?
We do not.
Well, I wouldn't have thought so. He's well over 6 foot and you've got to be just barely 5.
So, what's your problem
Çok
with
ayıp
him?
ama.
Exactly 1 week ago, I witnessed him sneaking up Pointer
Allah
Tower.
Allah.
He was making every effort to avoid detection.
So?
Kim
He
acaba?
was also carrying a knife.
Kendisini soralım ne diyecek acaba?
Name Fiona Fellow. Age 19. Profession amateur microbiologist.
Fiona.
Likes the
Ne?
meaningful archiving of information. Dislikes the superfluous window
Yok,
dressing
yayınlarda kamera yok,
accompanying the
konsept bu
majority of
şekilde.
human contact. Notes: kindly disregard the polysyllabic form of my given forename and refer to me instead as Fifi.
How come you prefer Fifi?
How come you prefer Grimoire?
How are you related to the other fellows?
Fitz is my cousin. His father, a man named Flint, was my uncle.
Anlamadım. Takip etmeyip etmişim demem. Dalgasına dedim onu zaten. Söyledim sana da dalga geçtiğimi de. Öykü yazamıyorum deyip yazıyorsundur deyip sen şey demedin mi? Biz de yazı yazabilecek miyiz dediğin için verdim. Biz de yazabiliyor muyuz dediğin için verdim. Neye odaklanmak zor olmuyor mu? Kamera açmayınca ile ilgisini şey yapamadım yani.
Was?
I do not know if Flint is alive or not. He left Tangle Tower a long time ago.
And what about Freya? How are you related to her?
We share exactly one grandparent.
Kendisini sorduk, diğerlerinden daha çok konuştu.
There's something about the report of Fitz going
Evet,
up
biraz
Pointer
şey.
Tower. Something suspicious.
Biraz.
Let's ask him about it.
Hadi soralım. Hi, big boy.
So, Fitz, I have a report that you were seen sneaking up Pointer Tower. Holding a knife.
That's not right. I don't go into Pointer Tower. I don't own a knife. And I don't sneak. Was it Fifi who told you this?
How did you know that?
A guess. She doesn't like me very much. But yeah, she was mistaken. Maybe she wasn't wearing her eye lens thing.
What do you think, Grimoire?
Evet, ne diyelim. Bana biraz şey gibi geliyor. Kendimi daha iyi görsem daha böyle kolay diyalog kuruyor gibi hissediyorum. Ondan dedim. Yo, açıkçası dediğim gibi 2,5 senedir bu şekilde yayın yapıyorum ve odaklanmama dair herhangi bir sorun yaratmıyor. Çünkü Discord'da da arkadaşlarımla bu şekilde konuşuyorum. Hani Discord'da da böyle ekrana bakıp konuşuyorum ya da bir şey oynarken konuşuyorum. O yüzden hani herhangi bir fark yaratmıyor bende. Fifi'nin Fitz'lerine bıçakla gördüğüne eminim. Fifi Fitz'i gördü ama elindeki başka bir şeydi. Fifi Fitz'i gördüğü konusunda yalan söylüyor.
Fifi
Elindeki başka
did
bir
see
şeydi.
Fitz, but he was holding something
Ha, şeyi
else.
tutuyordu o
So, if it
spatulam
wasn't a
şeyi.
knife, what was it?
What about this?
Ah, that.
Is it yours?
It was a gift.
Yani.
It's sentimental. I
Hediye
have
bir
no reason to
de.
take it up Pointer Tower. I don't use it at all.
Aman aman.
An ornate trowel is part of a matching set with the potted fruit in Penny's room. Now,
Penny mi? Fitz dedim mi? Penny kendi kendine Penny'yi kattı. Hola. Alperen, teşekkürler. İyiyiz. Sen nasılsın? Ne yapıyorsun? Ne diyeceğiz? Nasıl yapalım? Hangisi olsun cümlelerden? Çok iyi yapmışsın. Çok sevindik seni gördüğümüze. Neler yaptın? Fitz, Pen'in odasındaki saksı çiçeği. Fitz, Pen'in odasındaki bir saksı çiçeğini.
Fitz is used by Fitz to look after a potted flower in Penny's room. Almost. Maybe just An ornate trowel is used by Fitz to look after a potted flower in Penny's room.
That flower.
Yes.
I've never seen it before.
We need a clue to compare to that flower. Something that proves its connection to Fitz.
Okay.
Let's take a closer look at these. The pot and soil in Penny's room matches the pot and soil hidden under the floorboards. Almost. Maybe just change. The pot and soil in Penny's room matches the pot and soil found in Fitz's greenhouse. Let me guess. Penny's flower was originally a gift from you, Fitz. There's no
Yani.
way it's a coincidence.
No way what's a coincidence.
The flower. It looks exactly like Penny.
It took me a long time to breed. I wanted the colors to be
Çok
exactly
tatlı
right.
bu arada çiçek.
That's some gift.
Turns out Penny isn't particularly interested in looking after plants. So I go into her room every now and again when she's not there. Water the flower, change the soil. Just trying to keep it alive.
Hemen de geri kaçıyor gölgelere. Çok acayip. O zaman gençler, bu bölümlük ve bugünlük bu kadar olsun. Çünkü saat 3 oldu. 8.30'tan beri yayındayım. Çok sevgili YouTube. Hala kanala abone değilseniz abone olmayı, videoyu beğenmeyi ve aşağı bir yorum bırakmayı lütfen unutmayın. Sizleri çok seviyorum. Kendinize çok iyi bakın. Bir sonraki bölümde görüşmek üzere. Bye!